You are now listening to the sounds of Boxing Ego. You are listening to the sounds of Boxing Ego. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. I'm back with some more boxing. I got a little snizzax. Look. This is for the haters. I got these nuts in your mouth. I got these nuts. For the haters. Ask these nuts. Shout out to Planners for these nuts. Smash the like button. We back in full effect. Back like we never left. My man Isaiah been going hard. I see you. Yeah, old media is done. WBC is done. Oh, man. I told you. They getting cooked. Done.
You didn't go down like that. He got cooked.
WBC is done. Oh, man. They getting cooked. Yep. I'm all smacking in y'all ear. They getting cooked. It's crazy. I was on Twitter. I was just reading. They were getting cooked. WBC getting lit up. I ain't getting cooked, though. Yeah. Man, I used to work for on half a. They don't know me, though. How come I don't ever get cooked with no real heat? Where someone pulled up some quote from me, some tweet from me from 2018. How come they don't do that to me? Come on, bro. That's hella funny. We gonna keep grinding. Damn, these are kind of good. Grail, what's up? I felt like doing a quick stream. Shout out to Real Dr. Hate McCoy. Hold up. Yeah, let's get him. Those are good. What's up? Listen. All media getting cooked. We gonna talk about it. They getting cooked. That DAZN card. Listen. For as much ish as Eddie Hearn be talking, listen, as much ish as Eddie Hearn be talking, that car was trash. Bro, I'm just hey, they say I'm sexy now. Listen. Let's be real. We got to be real with the game. The amount of stuff that Eddie Hearn be talking about, that car was trash. That Josh Warrington fight, that was trash, bro. I didn't watch the whole thing, but what I seen was bro, that was thrash. That was thrash and a half. Bro, I was like, what? So first of all, the main event sucked. You had 20,000 people or whatever was in the crowd, whatever they said. 20,000 UK British. Oh yeah, bang, bang. Right, you had the British teeth in there. And then the fight ends in a technical draw. Say it ain't so. And guess what? All this stuff keep happening in boxing. And I'm still pretty. Everything I said, like a glove. Bro, notice That's why I don't trip. People, you notice what I do, no one can copy. They try, but they can't copy. I'm often imitated, never duplicated. Notice people get mad when I say it. They say, Ego don't know what he talking about. But at the end of the day, guess what? At the end of the day, we're going to be right or wrong. And y'all get to see. Bro, they said the titty girl lost. They said she won, but she should have lost. I don't know. Old media down bad. Like, and Eddie really trying to turn the titty girl into, like, I don't know, Madonna. I don't know what he doing. Bro, Eddie got to chill. That American Takeover is washed. The DAZN, whatever. That was horrible. Hey, the UK is down bad. I try to tell y'all think I just say it just to be saying. Nah, I'm telling you what I honestly feel. Bro, that was trash. First of all, Conor Ben, he all right, but he don't look like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way they building him up, he don't look, to me, he throwing haymakers and stuff and loading up on every punch. He don't look ready. Like when I look at these American talents like Jerron Boots Ennis predominantly, Virgil Ortiz, they all look further along to me. Stanionis, he ain't from America. But they all look better. To me, they all look crispier than Conor Ben. So watch. Eddie Hearn, just mark. I'm the prophet of this boxing talk. Mark my words, smash the like button. Eddie Hearn gonna keep matching them soft. Bro, the UK, it's over. It's like, y'all gotta do something better. Because this is what he did with Kell Brook. As soon as Kell Brook had to face like the Golovkins and like Errol Spence and Crawfords, he lost all them fights. But when they was putting him in with Casey and JoJo and JoJo, Dan Innit and all these UK dudes, Frankie Gavin and Levert and all, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. That UK matchmaking is trash, bro. Bro, it's trash. It's like you never get to know how good or if someone's even special because at the Commonwealth, the domestic level that you fighting at, you can't really see what's good. You know what I'm saying? That don't tell us nothing. Errol Spence went to Sheffield and beat Kell Brook down. When Conor Ben, when he gonna come to America and fight like Virgil Ortiz or something? It's not gonna happen. Watch. Especially after that, he went 10 rounds with Granados, who Danny Garcia smoked. Y'all always talk about my boy Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia smoked Granados. And I thought Robert Easter beat him. Once again, y'all don't know nothing about boxing. So, YouTube has been hating. So they gotta figure it out. But I need y'all to smash the like button. Bro, YouTube, they've been hating hard, like not sending out notifications and all that. So just keep checking back on the channel. I'll be dropping my regular heat. YouTube gotta figure this out though. I didn't even watch the card live. I watched the highlights and they were trash. I told you. Everyone in the game, they want to be like me. They want to talk like me. But I'm saying it, and I really believe it. It doesn't work if you don't really believe what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying what I really believe in. If you don't really believe it, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to fake confidence. There's a lot of people that try, but you can tell when somebody's really confident and when somebody's really gifted and they really know what they know. You know what I mean? Old media, the manifestation have started, like Deontay Wilder said. It's looking real bad for old media. So, the bottom line is this. Oscar Valdez situation is some BS. Any way you slice is BS. The WBC, they on the hit list. The commission, they on the hit list. Oscar Valdez, Canelo Jim, they all on the hit list. Let's go. Bro, you're not finna get away with this. You could get away in the proverbial sense of you could push forward through the fight, but it's getting worse and worse. I told you. I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. I told you. I dare the commission and the WBC and Top Rank and Oscar Valdez to push forward with this fight. I said, I double dog dare you. They accepted the challenge. We riding. So good. I cannot wait. When this is all over, we will see who comes out unscathed and who comes out with their integrity intact. I don't lose integrity here because I'm standing up for boxing. I'm standing up for the health of the fighters. I'm standing up for what's right. You know what I mean? So I'll never lose. I'm like Roy Jones in his prime. I'll never lose. So there's that. When you doing wrong, you doing wrong. I can't lose. You can. I have nothing to lose. You do. The reason I have nothing to lose is because I know what I'm doing in my heart, and I know why I'm doing it, and I know the purity in that. So the outside people, deflectors, detractors, they can say whatever they want, but it don't stop this train. We riding. So like I said, I dared the WBC and all them to push the fight for it. They said, all right, so now it's on. Bro, we doing a full-scale blackout. If you really rocking, do not watch this fight. If you really watch, because this is the thing. We have to get the power back in boxing because some people who feel like they had the power, and the craziest thing is this is how it always works. This is it, bro. They're going to start a revolution out this bitch. You see what I'm saying? And this is how it always starts. It's not even so bad that certain people have power. It's the abuse of the power. And then that's when you see revolts and, you see mutiny and you see people that they just get to a level and they're like, all right, enough's enough. Like the LA riots. It's the same thing. We had no problem in California with routine police officers. But then you look at the LA riots, you see the Rodney King video and stuff like that, right? And then you're like, nah, that's not right, bro. And it creates that fire and that outrage, like Tupac said. We might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this, we burn this bitch down, you get us pissed to live and die in LA, right? It's that. It's like there's only so much people will take. There's only so much people can stomach. And the WBC, fuck them. They have crossed the line. I don't care if you know him. I don't care if you trust him. I don't care if you like him. You have an oath and unwritten rule to protect the integrity of boxing, which you clearly don't care about. So now it's on. We riding. I need all hands on deck. Flood the system. We gonna break the internet with this one. You know what I mean? I know, take a break from Drake's album, Certified Lover Boy, and do what's right. Why? Like, it's like, how do people care about the sport of boxing, right? And then they allow the foul to happen. And then you see some of the racists, they want to go down with the ship. So that's cool. Go down with the ship. We're not worried about you. Because you're not on the level. Like, for example, some people say, oh, Ego, you're just doing this because he's Mexican. That right there shows me we not on the same page and you'll never be on my level. Because your first instinct, instead of just saying right and wrong and saying the man failed a drug test, your first instinct is, I'm doing this because of his ethnicity, which I don't give a fuck about, right? So that shows me that's how you think. It's projection. This is how you look at boxing. Shout out to Mr. 704. We got a new channel member. He back in the building. Y'all better stop playing. We just gonna keep growing and growing and growing. I'm like Flintstone vitamins, y'all. 10 million strong and growing. And I did it all off the cuff, all out the mud. Let's get it. So I can't lose. There's nothing I can lose because I know what I'm doing is right. And the more we speak and the more we're vocal about it, shout out to The real Dr. Hank McCoy. Oh my God. Shout out to Demetrius Bright. It begins. Demetrius Bright says, salute to making boxing fair for all races and ethnicities. We need to support the blackout. Absolutely. You all should. Shout out to H-Town. My people in Texas is riding with me. Bro, enough is enough. Enough is enough. The WBC tried it. They think they can make their own rules. They want to protect their own only. You can't do that, bro. Because someone's Mexican and your company's founded in Mexico, then that means there's different rules. No. You a company, you an organization, you get money in this month, then you got to get it the honest way. You know, if a black person fails a drug test, he's immediately demonized, villainized, and possibly put on provisional suspensions and all types of stuff like that. It has to be if that's the code and that's the order of operations, then it needs to be that way for everybody. You can't, how you have this man, Oscar Valdez, which we'll get to in a second, right? And he's talking about he says, what is that? Hey, block this dude. Man, listen, fuck what he talking about. Block the fake Malcolm X looking emoji dude. Get him out here. Don't ever waste my time. We don't know you. They sending bots. That's how I told you I'm the illest out. I'm the illest out. They always try to stop the money or stop the grind. You know what I'm saying? All of this weird stuff. Hey, shooters, you guys are slacking. Block him. Sura in the building, in the cutties. Appreciate you. Shout out to Chicago. So you have Oscar Valdez. He failed a drug test. You have to follow the rules. I don't care. I don't care about nothing else. You got to follow your own rules. He failed the clean boxing program under VADA, right? Failed the clean boxing program under VADA. That's it. A and B sample. They looked at both samples, couldn't save him. Bro, it's over. Bro, fuck the WBC. It's over, dog. I'm not like, listen. Block Ricardo. I don't care what nobody else said. Stop going over here solicit. If you want to go see what other people's opinion, go to their channel. I don't know. I don't know what anyone else says. I'm telling you what I said. Fuck that. Unblock Darrell Anderson. He cool. No, block the Ricardo dude. Block him. I don't know what anybody else says. I know what I'm telling you. And if you ain't here for what I'm telling you, then get off my page. It's that simple. I don't care what anyone else says. Everyone has their own opinion on the matter. That's great. Oscar Valdez, he's saying he's innocent. So clearly everybody got opinions. Bro, it's over. It's over for real. Now, let's take a listen, because I'm the GOAT. Shout out to my boy Calvin Hall. The blackout is enormous. Calvin, my guy. Oh, the money keep coming in. See what happens when you tell the truth? When you tell the truth, good things happen. My boy Calvin, he said, standing with you is standing for keeping the truth in boxing. We got to, man. H-Town, it's on. Like, salute. Yeah. Feed the channel. Y'all gonna feed the beast. I'm out here working, bro. And I'm going against all odds because I'm raw like that. I'm going against lions and companies and organizations, bro. Y'all better support that. If y'all don't support that, then y'all not real to me. Y'all not real to me. I'm out here, an independent creator, came from the mud, do things my way, and I'm standing up for what's real. So if you can't feel that, then you ain't never gonna feel. If you don't feel like, this is when I do some of my best work, when I'm up against it, when there's some level of pressure. So if you don't feel it now, then you probably never feel the channel. So just get off my page. I'm only here for the real ones only. But anyway, Valdez, he cheated. It's the end of story. Listen.
Oscar, you tested positive for phentermine, a stimulant prohibited by the voluntary anti-doping Association. You don't have a prescription, do you?
No, I don't have no prescription.
How did it happen?
What I can say is that I'm a 100% clean fighter. I don't know how that got into my body. I know every fighter is responsible for whatever they consume. But on behalf of myself, I have no clear answer how that got into my body. I've always been and I will always be a clean fighter, so I have no serious question of how that got into my body.
He just, bro, they shouldn't have even interviewed him. That was horrible, bro. That was horrible. The ESPN damage control, that was the worst thing you could do. That was horrible. He said, I don't know. He's stuttering all over the place. Bro, that was bad. That was bad. You guys heard the volume? Bro, that was bad. So anyway, he said, how did you get, you had a banned substance in your system. How did you get it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a clean fighter, though. Hey, boxing really trying me. Bro, he said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm a clean fighter, though. Bro, it's over. Oh, media down bad. Bro, they want to let this fight go on, good luck, bro. You down bad. Bro, he said, I don't know, but I'm a clean fighter, though.
Oscar, you tested positive for phentermine, a stimulant prohibited by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. You don't have a prescription, do you?
No, I don't have no prescription.
Bro, phentermine requires a prescription. He says, you tested positive under VADA rules with this banned substance. Do you have a prescription? No, I don't have a prescription.
Oscar, you tested positive for phentermine, a stimulant prohibited by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. You don't have a prescription, do you?
No, I don't have no prescription.
How did it happen?
What I can say is that I'm a 100% clean fighter. I don't know how that got into my body. I know every fighter is responsible for whatever they consume. But on behalf of myself, I have no clear answer how that got into my body. I've always been and I will always be a clean fighter, so I have no serious question of how that got into my body.
Bro, the Fed with this type of shit, the Feds might run down on Canelo Gym, bro. That was horrible, bro. Smash the like button. That was horrible, bro. So he just said, I don't know. He said, how did it get in your system? And he says, well, all I can say is I'm a clean fighter. Man, come on, bro. What? Like, okay. The police can kick in my door right now since I don't do drugs. I don't move drugs. I'm not in possession of any drugs. And if they had like a search warrant and they said, oh, let me search, they could search every room and they won't find any drugs. They won't. And it's the pandemic, so I'm cautious of who I let. I don't live with anyone, and I'm cautious of who even is around me, right? So I know right now if the Poes had a search warrant, they're not gonna find nothing. They're not gonna find nothing on me. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm videotaping them, I watch them go into a closet and they open the drawer and they say, "Hey, what's this?" And it's a brick, and I'm like, "Hey, all I can say is I'm drug free." Bro, that doesn't even make sense, dog. So if they open up a dresser drawer and pull out a brick, and they're like, hey, you said you didn't have nothing. What is this? And they holding a brick, a kilo, and I'm like, hey, I'm a drug free kind of guy. Bro, they should never. I don't know. ESPN should just let him sleep. I mean, they should have never did that. That looked worse, bro. That looked worse. He said, I don't know. All I can say is I'm a clean fighter. I don't know how I got in my system. I don't know. Bro. So first of all, listen, I seen some of the racist Mexican fans, racist Hispanic, racist Latino, racist skinhead fans, and they was like, on the comment section saying, oh, who cares? We need more information. Bro, if you're okay with this, this shows your level of integrity. It's that simple. You can know the guy. You could like his fighting style. This is just a matter of right between wrong. You know what I mean? And those same people from old media that are okay with this and try to, pacify this, we know they wouldn't do that for Deontay Wilder. There's nobody who's my complexion or darker that they would accept any answer for. You know how I know? Because there's things that black fighters do that have nothing to do with failing drug tests, and we never hear the end of it for those black fighters. Like Charlo, whatever waitress story. They said Charlo didn't pay that, like that. Listen, some of the racists feel that Charlo waitress dine and ditch whatever story that came up, which the club owner said they want to drop charges. Some of the people in boxing are so racist that they think that's more concerning and damaging to a black fighter because you have a mugshot, right? And because some waitress said you stepped on her toes or whatever, you didn't pay for your bill, and they try to pay for it later on. But the racists in boxing are such racist that they think that's a bigger deal. And the crazy thing is this. Yes, Jamal Charlo has a mugshot from the incident. He had to turn himself in. Guess what? Boxers should be charged with manslaughter if they have fights. It just so happens Oscar Valdez clearly is connected and has a complexion for the protection. So Top Rank, Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC, the Tribal Commission, they're okay with allowing this to happen. That's the only difference. Them police in San Antonio or whatever, they wasn't finna let Charlo slide. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Somebody is having to follow up with an incident that they had versus, Mauricio Suleiman, WBC, Wont, trying to get Oscar Valdez off. But that was horrible. That clip was horrible. He said, I don't know how it got in my system. Narcos is a snake. I told y'all that. Everything I'm saying is true. I don't bother nobody. I ain't no bully. I ain't just gonna beat nobody up because the crowd want to see it. I speak from the heart. Everything I say, I speak is truth. Bro, we see it. We see it. You see what I'm saying? And that's the situation. So it's really about right or wrong, and it really should be an open and shut case. But some people, they choose to try to ignore it. And I just question those people and their character and their integrity of those individuals, because at the end of the day, I ask you and I raise you this question. If the person didn't look or sound like you, or wasn't from the same place as you, or whatever is making you defend Oscar Valdez, right? Would you do it if it was somebody that looked totally different than you, had a different dialect than you, came from a different place? Like, so if Oscar Valdez looked like Akon, you mean to tell me you wouldn't be like, nah, cancel the fight. Ask yourself that. See, the funny thing is this. When I talk about these issues and the double standards of complexion for protection, you can lie to me. I can't stop you. I can't stop an individual from lying. But you lying to yourself, because we already know what the answer is. We know some of these same people, if this wasn't in Canelo's gym and Eddie Reynoso's gym, and if Oscar Valdez wasn't Mexican and you weren't doing it for La Raza or whatever some of the racists are doing, right? We know it would be all hands on deck to get the fight canceled and whatever. Me, I don't care who did this. My reaction is always the same. Billy Joe Saunders failed a drug test. I said the same thing. Get him out of here. Gerald Miller, get him out of here. Jean Pascal, get him out of here. Like, you have never seen me advocate for anybody to fail a drug test. So I'm good. I know a lot of these people that want to be on my level, they want to beat me so bad. but they'll never be on my level because they don't keep it real like me. Bro, you have never, the videos are still up. Jean Pascal, I wanted to see him fight Badu Jack in a rematch. I was actually at the first fight in Atlanta because I make money doing boxing. Unlike a lot of these suck-ass dudes, I actually make money in boxing. I actually can afford to travel and get free credentials and have great relationships. But I've interviewed Jean Pascal, but it ain't nothing personal. It's always business. He failed a drug test. He had all this stuff in the system. Get him out of here. So you don't see me bend the rules for certain people, but you see certain people bend the rules for certain people. Shout out to my man from Stockton, Jesse Carl. What's up? So, like I said, I ain't worried about it because at the end of the day, this is what you got to rest with. I sleep well at night. Povetkin, I said the same thing. I felt for Wilder. I always feel for the opponent. You know what I mean? So I keep it consistent. I have a whole body of my whole career is online. So if any of y'all motherfuckers ever forget who I am, the videos are up. I'm smart enough and wise enough to have left breadcrumbs for you. I knew the internet was booming. I knew I could be the future of this boxing talk before I became the future of boxing talk. I knew it. So I put in the work year after year after year after year. The breadcrumbs are already there in my old work. So if my credibility or stances are ever in question, it's like a library. You have archived videos where you could go right back, see what I said about Caleb Plant or Canelo, and see who I gave credit to, or see how I reacted. See how I reacted when somebody failed a drug test, right? Etc. So I know I'm consistent, but I know there's a lot of people in boxing who aren't. You know, they say whatever and they want to bend the rules, you know, and it's just sad. And the WBC, they add them to the list. They've been in their own rules. The man, listen, I'm going to play it again.
Oscar, you tested positive for phentermine, a stimulant prohibited by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. You don't have a prescription, do you?
No, I don't have no prescription.
How did it happen?
What I can say is that I'm a 100% clean fighter. I don't know how that got into my body. I know every fighter is responsible for whatever they consume. But on behalf of myself, I have no clear answer how that got into my body. I've always been and I will always be a clean fighter, so I have no serious question on how that got into my body.
So that's Oscar Valdez and what he said to ESPN. Smash the like button. So he said, how'd you get this stuff in? You tested positive with a VADA banned substance. How? He said, I don't know. All I can tell you is I'm a clean athlete. I don't know how it got in my body. He said, do you have a prescription? He said, no, I don't have a prescription. Bro, you are guilty. The Canelo gym, y'all looking suspect. It is guilty. Like, WBC could try to save him. That's cool. But your whole gym looks suspect to everybody else outside of the WBC. Your gym looks suspect, bro. Because no matter how hard you try to cover it up, we've already seen it. This ain't Men in Black. You just wave a pen in front of our face and we forget. Bro, he just said, how is this not, tell me how this is not guilty. And I'll stop, which means never, because I know I'm right. He tested under the clean boxing program, which institutes VADA rules. That's a fact. VADA doesn't differentiate in competition or out of competition. So regardless of if it was in training camp or not, they tested you and your A and B sample showed the presence of something that was banned. That's an automatic flag. And they notified you of it and you served the due course, had the B sample open, and that too was dirty. People bring up all this other goofy stuff like, oh, he had a later test 3 weeks later and it didn't have it in it. Of course it don't have it in it because they say it stays in your system for 20 hours. So of course, if you test him again 3 weeks later, it's out of his system. Duh. So you mean to tell me you got some of y'all are that stupid where you can't understand basic concepts, right? Shout out to Abdullah, Brooklyn. Straight out of Brooklyn, the same youngin'. $10. Let's go. So you mean to tell me if I had some alcohol, like some wine or something, on April Fool's, April 1st, right? And then you test me on April 26th and I don't have no other alcohol. I just drank on April 1st, right? Do you honestly think that if you test me again and do a alcohol test, that is still going to show? If I only drank on April 1st and then I chilled out and I didn't drink for the rest and then I did a test on April 23rd, you think that it's still going to show the presence of alcohol in my system? Stuff doesn't just stay in your system permanently. You see what I'm saying? So people have all kinds of deflections and whatever. Oh, he passed the test later. Of course he did, because he already had failed one in between. Guess what? Canelo Alvarez did the same thing. He failed on February 17th and February 20th, 2 drug tests. But then an after one, he passed. Guess what? Alexander Povetkin, the same thing. Failed 2 drug tests in the middle, and then the later test, he passed it. Guess what? Because these different components, either you're flushing it out of your system or you urinate or whatever, and it doesn't remain in your system forever. They have like half-lives. That's with anything. I mean, imagine you wouldn't even be, if you ate a big meal and your body didn't process it and break it down, then you would be like, you would have the itis for a month. I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So imagine you went to Texas and ate some barbecue and your body didn't break it down. Then you would just be full and it would feel like you're full for a month. Of course, your system naturally flushes things out. Plus, people who are doing PEDs, they have masking agents and they're trying to get it out rapidly. So come on, it's common sense. So he just told you, he said, do you have a, King Corleone, my guy. He said, do you have a prescription? He says, no, I don't have a prescription. I mean, it's case closed, bro. No matter how much you like any fighter, that's why we're doing this blackout. Because boxing thinks they can disrespect the fans and fighters, past, present, future fighters. So we got to put our foot down. I hope this fight has the worst numbers that Top Rank and ESPN has seen. I really do. You know, because it's not right. What you're doing is not right. And anybody with a brain can see that. And it sets a bad precedence. Like, what type of joke is the WBC clean boxing program at this point? Like, how can you even condemn any fighter going on past this point for failing anything if they can just find something and try to find some fake technicality, say, hey, it's not on the WADA list? Come on, bro. It's over. So, yeah, the WBC, they hurt their credibility immensely, and I don't even know if they can bounce back from this. I really don't. I think it's going to be very hard because you've already showed your hand. You've showed your hand. This is a stimulant. A stimulant. You know what I mean? Like, and then Mauricio Suleiman, he talking about it's not, listen, he's talking about it's not a PED. He's not a doctor. Where's his degree? He's not even in great shape. Where's your degree?
Stimulant.
Physiology, something that temporarily quickens some vital process or the functional activity of some organ or part. of food, any food or beverage that stimulates, especially coffee, tea, or its initial effect, alcohol, liquor, a stimulus or incentive. Bro, by definition of stimulant or stimulate, that is a PED, unless we're talking about like something that's sold at the store, like coffee. You know, you can go to Starbucks and get that with no prescription. What you can't get without a prescription is phetamine. It's that simple. So if you have a stimulant in your body, he said tea cleans you out. It doesn't turn you into Dolph Lundgren and Van Damme from Universal Soldier. Facts. Bro, you are using something that stimulates your something. Like it speeds up and gives you rapid weight loss, suppresses your appetite. That's not naturally occurring in your body. Like, if you listen, this is just common sense stuff. People, like, it's over. You guys lost. Deal with it. So if you wake up and you're naturally hungry, and then you get on phentermine, and it's supposed to suppress your appetite, and it's something that you can't, it's not like apple cider vinegar, which could have similar effects in terms of they say some people, it suppresses their appetite. But that, again, Bragg's apple cider vinegar, ACV, that's something you can get off the shelf. So you have something that you just told us you don't have a prescription for, right? You claim, okay, so, bro, these people, I told you, don't insult my intelligence. The more you try to insult, the more I'm finna flame you, and I'm gonna destroy everything you love. Don't insult my intelligence. I begged you. I begged you guys not to do that. Unpack what he's saying. First, he said it was a herbal tea, right? He said it was on a herbal tea, right? Now he says he doesn't know. That's a contradiction. Bro, if this was like a real court, bro, I have my conviction rate would be like the feds. If this was like a fair court of law where we had reasonable jurors, all these cases that I present to you, because I treat this boxing like a court case. I'm Perry Mason. I'm Matlock. I treat this like a court case. My conviction rate would be like the feds, like 90-something%. These young boys can't beat me. Listen to what he said. He said it was herbal tea. His team, his attorney, whatever, they all said it was herbal tea. And then I asked you questions. What herbal tea got that? I'm young Johnny Cochran. I'm Ego Cochran. Yeah. Shout out to King Corleone. I asked y'all, I said, tea, come on, bro. Now, he's a vegan. So he can't say the meat like Canelo used because he's a vegan. And he's been outright and forthcoming with his veganism. So he couldn't just do like Canelo and say, oh, I went to Mexico, ate the meat. It's that simple. So he changed his story. Your team said it was tea, and I was like, I guess they thought they could just pacify people with the tea thing, and people were like, oh yeah, tea, herbal tea, and they thought that would just be the end of it. But then people were like myself were like, hell nah, tea. Now he don't know how it got in his system. That's his own words. Let's keep going. See, I told you I'm Johnny Cochran of this. Now he don't know how to, so it went from herbal tea to I don't know. He just told you don't have a prescription. Bro, these people are liars. I can spot a liar. Here's why. Listen, let me cook. Young Ego Cochran. Bro, I told you don't insult my intelligence or it's on. Listen, he just told you he didn't have a prescription.
Oscar, you tested positive for phentermine, a stimulant prohibited by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. You don't have a prescription, do you?
No, I don't have no prescription.
You said it was the herbal tea. Now you backtrack and say you don't know how it got in your system. Then you say you don't have a prescription for something that requires a prescription. Plus, you've already said you're a clean athlete and you would never knowingly take anything. These are the facts, right? So let the boy Ego, the god of boxing talk, unpack, because these are the facts. Slow it down. I just dissed you. You said it was herbal tea. Switch said you don't know what it is. You said and admit on camera that you don't have a prescription. But you've also said that you didn't intentionally take it. So how do you unintentionally take something that you said was in tea and then you switched it? How do you unintentionally take something and it needs a prescription to even get it? Explain that to me. You can't go to the store. Like, it'd be one thing if you could go to Kroger's and you could just buy something off the shelf and you didn't know it had a banned substance that you was going, because you're like, boom, here's my receipt. Look, I went to the store, blah, blah. He says he didn't know he took it. So he didn't know, he has no knowledge of how it got in his system. So let's unpack this. You don't know how it got in your system, but it requires a prescription to get. So how did you get this in your system? How do you get something in your system? All he says, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So you mean to tell me you have this foreign banned substance that promotes weight loss and suppresses appetite, and you don't know how it got in your system, but you cannot get it off the shelf. You can't get it OTC. You can't get it. Your doctor has to prescribe it. You just said you don't have a prescription. So where'd you get it? You on the dark web? You went to Mexico and they had it on the shelf? But if that's the case, if you went to Mexico and got it off the shelf or something, then you didn't unknowingly ingest it, because first of all, the average person didn't even know what phentermine was unless it's been in part of your life. There are a billion drugs out there and medicines, and a lot of them have multiple codes or multiple names. So you have to be deliberate in your search to even know some of these difficult, hard to oxofillarine. You wouldn't even know what that does unless that's your world, or unless a doctor or a specialist, a weight loss clinic, or somebody said, you need to be on this. You need to be on oxycodone, right? How many times have we all been to a hospital and the doctor says, oh, I'm going to prescribe you on Wont. I'm going to get you Valtrex. I'm going to get you this. Actually, Valtrex, I think that's for herpes. So if your doctor said that, then I don't know. Y'all bumping. You see what I'm saying? Bro, the story doesn't make sense. You're never going to get past this ever in your career. I don't care. You're never going to get past this ever, because you deliberately lying to people. You lying to people. You saying how do you get something in your system that requires a prescription only to get, but you didn't know you ingested it? Then how did it get in your system? Like, how did you get such a potent thing that require? And I watched videos. I did research on this. I did video research before I make these videos. And guess what? Some of the doctors were saying that lesser aggressive doctors don't like prescribing this stuff because you have to monitor it. You have to monitor the phentermine, and you can only be on it for small periods of time, like 3 months or whatever. Some doctors don't feel comfortable giving it because it's powerful. So where did you get something like this? And I also did a lot of research, and there were people that went to weight loss clinics. Somebody hit me up. Ego's Army hit me up and let me know it was good. Some guy that was on it. He went to a weight loss clinic. I showed y'all the picture, right? And I seen other people, right? Bro, y'all think it's a game, bro. I told you, play with me if you want. Phentermine, what we talk about. Phentermine, what we talking about. I really did research. Y'all, listen, Phentermine. They want to play with me. Phentermine. We got real life research. And I'm going to read you some of these. 50 pounds down. 50 pounds down. Tips for Phentermine. 70-pound weight loss before and after. Don't do these dangerous exercises on phentermine. How I lost 27 pounds in 30 days with phentermine. How to lose weight fast with phentermine. How I got my phentermine. I'm down 18 pounds in 2 weeks with phentermine. I lost and I'm down 32 pounds in 1 month with phentermine. Phentermine for weight loss. 30-day result. Man, come on, bro. Cuz is 5'5". Valdez is like 5'5" or something. These are people who are taller than you and went to weight loss clinics and stuff, and they got the phentermine. And they out here and they struggle with weight their whole life. Their whole life. You know what I'm saying? And doctors put them on phentermine because the risk for phentermine side effects and stuff outweighed the other risks because they were pushing and teetering on the edge of morbid obesity. You see what I'm saying? So the doctors decided, yo, you're pre-diabetic, you'll be diabetes type 1, 2, blah, 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 or you could have a stroke or heart attack because of your weight. I'd rather get you on phentermine and monitor it. You dig? You dig? So a lot of the people in the testimonials, which you guys could do the same research that I did, a lot of them had struggles with weight their whole life, and they bigger than him. Why? If you fight at 130 pounds and you're a pro athlete, why do you need anything to lose weight? You know what I'm saying? You only weigh 130 pounds. These people are telling you they lost 30 pounds in a month on this phentermine, and you tell me this is not an advantage? So you could be lazy. That's cheating, bro. Phentermine is clearly cheat. Listen, if you couldn't lose those 30, listen, these young boys can't beat me. It is over for old media. WBC, you met your match. Let's go. Check it. This is how bogus and bunk a lot of these liars are in boxing. These people that really took it because they needed to and got really prescribed it, they talking about they lost 50 pounds in 2 weeks and 30 days and stuff, right? Good for them. Good on them. But you don't have a prescription and you weigh 130 pounds, that's your weight class. You need this stuff. And these are people who are like considered pre-diabetic and overweight. You're a pro athlete though. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's looking bad. Now, here's the thing. This is where boxing tries to psych you out. Let's go. People are saying, hey, I lost 30 to 50 pounds in 2-3 weeks, a month, whatever, right? And then they try to downplay the drug. Like, oh, it's just a little phentermine. It's just a little water pill, a little weight loss. You know, who cares? It ain't much. Then why did you need it in your system? Why don't you just run up a hill, burn more calories? Bro, it's a scientific fact that if you burn more calories than you ingest or consume, you will lose weight. It's impossible not to. So if you had like a caloric diet where you ate like the bare bones minimum of nutrients and stuff like that, and then you are like a distance runner and you're burning crazy calories, you will lose weight. There's no other way. There's no other way. The human body is scientific to prove. The reason why people are overweight is because one, they eat bad food. They eat processed food. Two, there's a lot of processed foods that are harder to break down. There's carbohydrates that turn to sugars, which could lead to pre-diabetes and things like that, right? So I'm not going to get into no Jenny Craig spiel, but I'm just telling you, like this, a lot of this stuff is my forte. I know all this. I know testimonials. I used to be like really into fitness and stuff like that. So anyway, long story short, a lot of people, in America especially, we just eat. We eat when we want to. You know, like cavemen and primitive people of the past, they didn't just sit around eating snacks in between big ass meals. They was on the hunt. They was trying to stay away from dinosaurs or predators and stuff like that. That's why a lot of Americans be fat and stuff like that. Because people sit and binge watch Netflix, eat crazy, eat snacks in between every meal, and then not even eating nutritious food on top of that. That's why. So anyway, this man weighs 130 pounds, bro. And he's on phentermine. And some of the testimonials, they saying they lost 30 pounds in a month. That's a good amount of weight. You just dropped 30, right? So how is that not a PED? Because again, there's people that want to undermine it and say, oh, it's just a little phentermine. Okay, then take it out your diet and lose the same 30 pounds. Why would you, listen, Bruce Lee famously said it. He said, like, the purpose, see, I told you, y'all don't want me to get scientific on y'all. Bruce Lee came out with his own martial art, his own karate, his own method called Jeet Kune Do, right? And he from the Bay too. Born in San Francisco, opened up a school in Oakland, Bay Area versus all y'all. But anyway, Bruce Lee be like water. You see, if you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup, right? Jeet Kune Do. The basis of his practice was he would look at the Western world. He would look at the Muhammad Ali's and say, that's the greatest. That's a great boxer. So he would mimic. If you look at Bruce Lee, he had that same swag like Ali, and he'd get on his toes and stuff, like when he's in the Roman Coliseum with Chuck Norris. He get on his toes. And Bruce Lee, I've always said this, and this is not me being racist or whatever, but Bruce Lee always fought like a brother, bro. He's like very rhythmic and loose, and he fought like a black dude, right? Because he had that swag with it. But he was Asian. But that's because he studied guys like Muhammad Ali. But anywho, the purpose of the Jeet Kune Do was to take like Chinese practices and martial arts and the best from each. The best from each. And then create this Jeet Kune Do. To strip away the inessentials, right? And discard all the inessential things and the unnecessary movements and boom, 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 right? So using Bruce Lee's mindset, discard and strip away the inessentials. Only retain and keep that in which you need, right? So people, when they get busted with these drugs all in their system because they drug addicts and junkies and shit, and they can't get it out the mud the earnest way, they start undermining the drug. Like, oh, that's just a little phentermine. It don't really do nothing. Then why don't you strip it out your diet? If it don't do nothing, then you don't need to have it in your diet, especially to the point where you're going to fail a drug test because it's on the VADA bans list, in or out of competition, and you're going to look like you look. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say it don't do nothing, but then have it in your system. Because if it didn't do nothing, then take it out your system. Never put it in your system. Right? So obviously you're doing it and it's in your system for a reason. So stop playing with me, bro. It's over. And if you ain't bothered by this, then you part of the problem. You an enabler. You an idiot. You like cheating. You want to back cheaters. You okay with murderers and killers and as long as they look like you or talk like you or from the same place as you. I don't get down like that. I don't care about none of that. That's like me or King Corleone celebrating the DC sniper because he black. Like, oh yeah, kill everybody. Kill all them civilians. What part? Who raised y'all? Hey, who raised some of y'all? Like, you happy the DC sniper plugging people and shooting people at the gas station because he black, bro? Some of y'all, like, there's something wrong with some of y'all. I don't care about none of that. I don't care what race. I don't care none of that. Like, good versus evil, right is right, wrong is wrong. Y'all celebrating because somebody in a gym and all that. Like, come on, bro. The man guilty. He told you don't have no prescription. He 130 pounds. How you need to look? Man, come on, bro. Get this out of my face, bro. These people losing 30, 50 pounds in a month, And y'all saying it's not performance enhancing. Okay, so you lose that same type of weight without that then. Because the doctor, it's not like a doctor said, oh, bro, see, and that's what happens, bro. Some of these athletes, I'm going to tell you, some of these athletes, they lazy. Or they don't want to tame their diet. I promise you. So then they connected with the people or people in their gym and they try to do it the sucker way. And then that's when we got to expose it. Bro, some of these people is lazy, bro. Hey, block Bass Bully. Fuck you and 2 people that look like you. Block him. Block Bass Bully. Go to your KKK meeting. You late. Yeah, you late to the KKK meeting. It's over for y'all. We don't care what y'all talking about. I'm what counts in this boxing game. Shout out to Isaiah. That was a good one. Bro, it's a wrap. I'm not watching this fight. I'm blacking out the fight. We blacking out on the channel. We going to set new standards for boxing. Boxing can continue cheating and celebrating cheaters. I can't control that. But what I can control is my channel. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm sitting this one out. So I guess I'm Colin Kaepernick now. And y'all going to be mad at that because I'm going to take a knee on this one. And I ain't getting up for this weak-ass fight. Bro, you on something. Like, it's not Oscar Valdez weight campaigns at 130 pounds. It's not like his doctor said, oh, you're morbidly obese. If you don't get on this, then you're not going to, have a healthy life or things are going to get bad. It's that simple. It's that simple. So if a doctor prescribed it like Luis Ortiz, and when he had the Wilder pull out, he showed you the paper trail. They had a doctor and doctor's notes in Miami, and then they said he had hypertension. So at least he had his ducks in a row. He had his ducks in a row. Some of these fighters, that's the reality. They don't want to put the extra 2 miles. They want to run 6 miles instead of 8. They're like, nah, I don't want to run 8. Or they don't want to stay away from certain foods. They want to eat starchy foods or rice or whatever. You like whatever, tortilla, bread, carbs, pastas, and they don't want to stay away and curb their stuff. And it's a hometown fight, so he probably didn't want to look bad because last time he fought at home, he got dropped by some unknown Filipino dude. And listen, this is another reason I really watch boxing. I'm really here, bro. I'm for real with mine. Oscar Valdez, bro, his performances look shaky in several fights. When he was in Arizona and he fought the Filipino cuz, right? He got dropped in that fight, and that was a tough fight. He didn't look good before stopping Jason Velez, and then he got his jaw broken versus Scott Quigg. These are all fights that I watched, right? And he looked shaky in them fights, which is part of the reason why I picked Miguel Berchelt to beat him. And then he ran through Miguel Berchelt like it wasn't nothing. And your boy Ego was wrong. Bro, do you see at the end of the day, some of my predictions that are wrong, something else comes out and it's like, all right, I don't feel bad about being wrong. Because that Berchelt, there's a huge asterisk next to it. That was this year. Berchelt, it's not like he did that 2 years ago. The year you had the best performance of your whole career is also the year, months later, that you test positive for a weight loss drug. That can't be good. So I'm lumping that in because that don't seem legit. So everybody, including me, their predictions picking against you was crazy wrong. And then you blasted a man head off with a one-hitter quitter. And the WBC, they are fake. They are fake. Mauricio Suleiman, he's a fake. Here's why. Because the WBC, they're going to post things like, oh, look, this is Bridger. He got bit by a dog. This is Bridger weight. Or when the Mexican girl is 18 and loses her life to the sport of boxing, he's going to post stuff like that. My condolences to the family. Bro, you don't care about these people because you're approving. You were the last line of defense that could have allowed this fight to not happen, which would have been consistent with your rules, and you're allowing a person who failed a drug test, you're pushing this hard to allow him to fight because you don't want to make Canelo's gym look bad. So you can't tell me he cares about Bridger and Bridger weight and all this, these stories that they want to share. WBC cares. Y'all full of shit. Y'all don't care about shit but this money. You nonprofit, but you care about money, all right? Bro, I told y'all, is coming down. You WBC cancel that program. You care about what? You care about fighters' health? You care about integrity? What you care about? Listen, I'll put my credibility and my visibility with the people as the people's champ against Mauricio Suleiman's any day of the week and twice on Sundays. What you care about? What the WBC care about? Tell Ego Veli. What y'all care about? The almighty dollar? Them pesos? What you care about, bro? So we don't want to see you we don't care about your Juneteenth belt. We don't want to see you put, oh, rest in peace to Jeanette, because you going to be, on your watch is going to be the next Jeanette. Somebody finna die, and then we going to see. And then when they test positive and you allow them to fight, then it's going to be on blood on your watch. So you going to have the next Jeanette, and it's going to be one of your sanctioned fights. So don't play. Don't play like you care. Don't fake it. Listen, I like when people show their true colors. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. You don't want consistency because this was the ultimate time to show that poise and to show that you stand for something, and you failed miserably. So you don't care. WBC don't care. Cancel that program. Bro, everybody should Riddick Bowe that belt. I wish they would. I mean, what does it mean? At one point, you had 3 champions in the lightweight division. You fucked Devin Haney over, a black fighter, right? You fucked over Jamal Charlo and didn't give him Canelo. To this day, we have no black franchise champions. Gary Russell been a champion since I was born and shit, and he ain't no franchise champion. But Canelo is a franchise champion. Lomachenko is a franchise champion. And Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada is a franchise champion, because you don't want him or Chocolatito to fight Sor Rungvisai because he beat both of them, has wins over both of them, and he gives them both tough fights. We see it. We see your games. We see the politics. See, and the best thing is I know boxing for real. So I'm hitting y'all all with facts. And speaking of facts, I got some more. So this was Oscar Valdez. Bro, y'all want a war? Yeah, I got some more. Oscar Valdez told ESPN, I was going through hell just trying to make weight. That didn't age well. Oh my gosh, bro. The prodigal son has returned. So the man is on tape in 2019 in his former division telling us that he struggled and went through hell trying to make weight. And it was such a hellacious, hellish, laborious process. And guess what? Couple years later, after a knockout of the year candidate that people didn't even expect him to win, guess what? He tests positive for none other than something that promotes weight loss. Oh, imagine that. Oh, imagine that. Something that suppresses your appetite. He told you he didn't have a prescription, and it promotes weight loss. The same thing he griped about. Can you imagine if this was a black fighter, people? That didn't age well. Listen, I'm like fine wine. You know I'm going to age well. Listen, that's why when you come to my channel, it's so pretty. I know I'm going to age well. But this stuff don't age well. So he last division he was in, he was telling you he couldn't make weight. And then he finally moved up, had shaky performances in the last couple of years. And then now he has this killer performance where he just leans somebody with Reynoso, Canelo's trainer. And you pop for something that's close to it. It's not technically labeled diuretic from what I'm understanding. It's close to an amphetamine, which is no better, of course. Bro, they look crazy right now. I'm the realest out. They look crazy in this bed. And then listen, if you Mexican, do all the drugs you want, because the WBC, they finna back and let that slide. They finna open the back door, look the other way. So yeah, shout out to La Raza. If y'all want to be on that and you in the WBC fight, shit, get it while you can get it. Because they clearly ain't checking. It's like, bro, Mauricio Suleiman, imagine if he was at the Walmart greeter. He see a Mexican customer, he gonna let him walk out without looking at their receipt. You know them people they got at the Walmarts now? And they look at your receipt, or like Costco. Mauricio Suleiman, he'll let them out. He'll act like he looking at the receipt, but he ain't really he letting you walk out the Costco with extra stuff in your cart. So yeah, good job. Good job over there. You doing a bang up job. Your dad would be proud. I mean, this is unbelievable stuff, bro. This is unbelievable. It's like the most prestigious belt, and look at how it's been handled the last couple of years. That's why I told you people didn't care about no Juneteenth belt. All these goofy belts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we care about equality. You got to punish all people equally. If not, then we don't need to have rules. So either we going to have rules or we ain't going to have rules. And I think boxing, based on the treachery of it all, I think boxing is the type of sport that needs to have rules, but not inconsistent rules. Ricky Williams said WBC is trash. It's going down, bro. Look, even Tim Bradley, bro, Tim Bradley, some y'all know he be cooning sometimes, but he dead on the
money. The hell out. That's what I hope. I hope for a miracle. If this fight goes on, if it doesn't change, I hope he get knocked out. Seriously. And I'm a fan of Oscar Valdez. I am. I'm hurt by this. I'm really hurt by this. You know, I went on national TV, on live TV, and said that this guy is now my hero after he defeated Burchell. I'm sick to my stomach about this situation, and I think that whether it's a T or not or whatever it is, nobody care about that. You test positive. So everybody can think whatever the heck they want to think, and I'm thinking that you're dirty, my friend. That's just it, you know, and that's just, man, I'm done. Go, move on. I'm done.
You know, I respect Concept Sal.
That was Tim Bradley, y'all. Bro. They should have just canceled this fight. I try to tell you, it's not worth it. Bro, Tim Bradley is one of the on-air personalities, and him and Andre Ward have both publicly said that this was not fair, and this is like a lack of morality. You know what I'm saying? And these are guys from the old school, and they're fighters. So it's funny because, listen, I got old media pressed because they know everything I say is real. They know the prodigal son is returned. Smash the like button. If y'all don't get these likes up, these videos are going to these lives are going to get fewer and fewer. I told you, y'all better stop playing with me. Stop all this stuff I'm putting on the line and doing for boxing. Y'all better stop playing with me. Get my likes right. Get my money right. Likes or loot. That's the only way I'm coming to you. I promise you. I got stuff to do. Y'all got stuff to do. We can keep it pushing. I told the game of boxing, stop playing with me. My time is money. Stop playing with me. Anyway, they should have just canceled the fight because it's not even worth this. Boxing Twitter, outrage. This is a travesty. Tweet. Just go look. It's a war zone. And this is a lot of pressure on your fighter. And imagine if Oscar Valdez loses this fight. This is why you should just follow the rules. Can you imagine? Okay, push the fight forward. Aha, you won. What if he loses and he loses his belt? Now your integrity is down the fucking drain because you did all this extra stuff and karma and God don't like ugly. Can you imagine that? Imagine if Oscar Valdez loses the fight. He's under a lot of duress and pressure. People calling him a cheater and his excuse looking funny style, funny in the light. That's a lot of pressure. If this man loses, like Tim Bradley says he wants to happen, bro, do you understand? That's why, like Scarface said, all I have is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for nobody. Because if you have your balls and your word, listen, if YouTube closed down, I did the best job that I could. If boxing discontinued, I can go on to something else knowing I left my last situation full of integrity and credibility. You see how this works? But when you break the rules intentionally for certain people because you're getting backdoor, your palms are getting greased or money, or, you know, you don't like the perception, or you want Canelo to look like the Mexican Mayweather, which he's not, right? Whatever your reason is, it will work against you. It's not worth it. It's not worth this. It's not worth it. You got your own on-air personalities saying he got to be stripped or this ain't a good look. The commentators, his peers, other people, Sonny Edwards, undisputed top-ranked fighter, Josh Taylor. It's over, bro. You did way too much. You trying to hurt and cripple the sport of boxing. It's that simple. So I don't care. Boxing can do whatever it wants to do. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be the one that look like a fool. I can assure you that. I know that. So I ain't worried about it. We're going to see what it is. But some people, they're going to look crazy. You did all this, and what if he lose the fight? That'll be hilarious, like Tim Bradley is saying. Bro, the man says, I don't have a prescription.
Oscar, you tested positive for phentermine, a stimulant prohibited by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. You don't have a prescription, do you?
No, I don't have no prescription.
How did it happen?
What I can say is that I'm a 100% clean fighter. I don't know how that got into my body. I know every fighter is responsible for whatever they consume. But on behalf of myself, I have no clear answer how that got into my body. I've always been and I will always be a clean fighter, so I have no serious question on how that got into my body.
Bro, he said, how did that happen? How did you test positive? How did it happen? He said, all I can say is I'm a clean fighter. That's not even answering the question. But see, this is what Canelo's team likes to do. You notice that? Bro, first of all, Oscar Valdez hasn't even apologized. Like, there's no remorse. He doing all this stuff like, bro, this is in your system. He just said if you have a banned substance in your system, it's your responsibility, but there is no but. You have it in your system. You're not even apologizing for it, bro. All he said is, I don't know. He said, how did it happen? The host, ESPN host, said, how did it happen? I don't know. I don't know how it got there. Bro, this sounds like something a little kid would say. Boxing, it really tries to insult the intelligence of its fans. It really does. Bro, that sounds like something your mom get home and there's a broken vase on the ground. How did this happen? And it's just you and your brother and a football. And she's like, how did this vase get broken? Oh, I don't know. We opened the door and it was like that. Come on, bro. You opened the door and then the vase was just already on the ground broken? Stop it. Stop. The vase has been in the family for 15 years and the vase never had any problems, never came close to falling or anything. And then she leaves you alone with your brother and she just got y'all a football or a basketball. And then all of a sudden it's broken and you telling me the vase just jumped off of the shelf? Man, it jumped off the landing. Come on, bro. Your parents will whoop your ass. Smash the like button. This really sound like a little kid excuse. Oh, we just opened the door and we looked and the vase was broke. All right. Go up to your room and get that stick. Get that twitch. Bro, he said, I don't know how I got there. Bro, get this shit. I ain't watching. That interview, I already wasn't going to watch it. But based on that interview, I'm for sure not watching it. That shit sound cap, bro. He said, I don't know. It just jumped in my system. Like, you just got the Holy Ghost. You just got the phentermine ghost. It just jumped in. Bro, the phentermine ghost just jumped in you. You just got the Holy Ghost with it. I don't know how I got there. Bro, imagine if you did this to your girl. You have a live-in girlfriend or wife, spouse, and you came home late and you got a hickey on your neck. And she's like, what's that? Oh, I was at work. I was closing with Tony. Why do you have a fucking hickey? And he's like, no, it's not a hickey, me and Tony. Tony left you a hickey? Like, no. He dropped a box on my neck. Bro, we know if somebody dropped, man, he was on a ladder handing me boxes and he dropped a box on my neck. Bro, you think this chick ain't smart enough to determine that somebody being on a ladder handing someone a box is not going to resemble a hickey? If anything, it would be scratches and the box fell off or something. You really trying to sell this hickey bro, that's Oscar Valdez. This man got a hickey and he trying to explain to his girlfriend how he got there. Man, I had a boy, he was saying some stupid shit to his girl. He had a hickey because he was cheating. And he told his girl, because my girl was friends with his girl. You see what I'm saying? So we knew all their drama. Y'all know when y'all couples, y'all know what I'm saying? When two couples like kick it and double date And then my girl was like best friends with his girl, and then we was good friends. You know what I'm saying? So we knew all the little drama. But anyway, my girl got told, and my girl told me from his girl, this idiot that I was friends with, whatever, he had a hickey on his neck, and she was like, he cheated on her, blah, blah, blah. And he had been caught cheating before. And he said his cousin flicked a quarter at him. I'm like, you stupid, bro. Flicked a quarter. He said his cousin did like some, flicked a quarter and it hit his neck, and it looked like a hickey. I'm like, that's the best you could do, bro? Bro, that's Oscar Valdez with the hickey. Oscar Valdez got the hickey. He got the hickey. He's like, oh, me and my cousin were wrestling and he flicked the quarter at me. Oh, that's why you got that hickey, huh? Yeah, okay. I've seen that similar injury, huh? Yeah, he was flicking the quarter and all. It looked like two lips, huh? That's what you telling me, huh? Bro, ain't no goddamn flipping quarters or whatever. Bro, he said, I don't know. It jumped in my body. I just got his Rona or something. It just attacked the phentermine attacked, whatever, bro. Boxing full of He said they kissing cousins. Hey, Diacona got to chill. Bro, this is disgusting. He said, I don't know. He said he don't have no prescription. It's over, bro.
Oscar, you tested positive for phentermine, a stimulant prohibited by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. You don't have a prescription, do you?
No, I don't have no prescription.
It's over, bro. I don't have a prescription. So you have something in your system that requires a prescription. They're trying to now say it's not a PED, but you need a prescription to get it, and you don't have bro. They shouldn't have interviewed him. See, this is what happens when you try to insult the people's intelligence instead of just coming clean. You dig yourself deeper. That was stupid as hell, bro. Shout out to my boy Dago. 619. He said Valdez win over Bearchill don't even count, in my opinion. Facts. And he got a Lakers jersey. Gang, gang. Bro, say it again for the slow people in the back. Bro, that win is capped now. Because it was just a couple months ago. No one's going to believe that, bro. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. You have something that requires a prescription, and they try to pass it off as T. Now you're saying you don't know how it got in your system. They shouldn't have even interviewed him. This is what happens when you try to interview the people. You know what I mean? You try to interview them, and it's not like, it don't make sense, bro. You end up looking worse. You trust me, you do. I can assure you, you end up looking worse. You gonna look worse, bruh. You gonna look worse. Why did you do this, bro? This is crazy. Yo, get my likes up. Hey, I need y'all get my likes up, man. You gonna look crazy, bro. So you got something that requires a prescription and you ain't got no prescription. Got you. Roger that. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. So it just jumped in your body, huh? That's what happened? The phentermine got you. It just jumped in your... That's what happened? That it just jumped in your... It just jumped in your... That Fin jumped in. He said the feds, yeah, bring them feds with it. Yo, smash the like button. Smash the like button, yo. So, this is Victor Conti. I'm not going to tell his whole background, but he a PED guru. Bro, listen to this. It's over, bro. They should have just stopped. He said, phentermine, I looked through FDA's records. Bro, he did hella research. Bro, it's over. It's over. Ego Durden. Listen, it's over. The man Victor Conti said, phentermine explained, I looked through FDA records. I couldn't find any supplements that were specifically adulterated with phentermine. Zero. Nada. Herbal teas found with phentermine. It seems that lawyer Pat English and the WBC made up an herbal tea story, which is probably why he just changed it and says he don't know what caused it.
Oscar, you tested positive for phentermine, a stimulant prohibited by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. You don't have a prescription, do you?
No, I don't have no prescription.
How did it happen?
What I can say is that I'm a 100% clean fighter. I don't know how that got into my body. I know every fighter is responsible for whatever they consume. But on behalf of myself, I have no clear answer how that got into my body. I've always been and I will always be a clean fighter, so I have no serious question on how that got into my body.
Bro, he's stuttering. That sounds horrible. He said you know when a motherfucker trying to sound smart? Bro. That sounded suspect, bro. That sounded suspect, bro. He said on behalf of myself. What does that even mean? Bro, you know when someone just saying anything? Bro, he just said on behalf of myself. What does that mean? On behalf of your, as opposed to what? Bro, he was stuttering, just saying whatever. He said on behalf of myself, I'm a clean athlete. What are you talking about? Oh, the boy Vic. Oh, Vic going in. Hold on. Boxing needs to understand the WBC's ruling on phentermine. Doesn't mean Oscar Valdez's opponent can now use phentermine to cut weight and taper off before the fight. WBC should provide clarification. Does WBC now allow use of stimulants to cut weight? VADA prohibits them. Okay, let's go, Conti. Bro, Vic going in. It's over. And fuck all y'all races. Bro, he said, what's the standard? See? Why did the WBC move the goalposts in the Oscar Valdez case? Valdez asked for VADA, signed VADA agreement, received VADA prohibited list. WBC has used the same VADA list for their clean boxing program for years. After Valdez test positive, the WBC determines and decides phentermine should not be on the VADA list. Is this for cash money? Oh. Bro, it's over. You know this don't make sense. Why would WADA prohibit phentermine use on fight night if it did not enhance performance? Are boxers going to lose weight during the fight? The reason is because stimulants enhance performance on fight night, and it does the same in camp. Does the WBC not know science? Oh, it's over, bro. Hey, go to the WBC, all day social media, Mauricio Suleiman, top ranked fight about this fight. and put hashtag blackout. It's over, bro. Y'all tried it. Y'all tried it. It's too much. It's too much, y'all. It's too much smoke. It's too much of that smoke. It's too much of that schmizoke. You see what I'm saying? Too much of that schmizoke. This is too crazy. WBC legalized PEDs for Mexican fighter. Bro, I'm done. I'm out. It's too much smoke. Ego, you activated the Super Saiyan guy. You've been on fire lately. Subscribe to the channel. I got more heat. There's more. There's more. Just be patient. I'm only one person. If you guys enjoy the content, subscribe. I'm out. There wasn't no real boxing on. That Eddie Hearn fight card was weak. So, you know, it is what it is. Boxing will be on tomorrow on PBC. Ramos, that's a good fight. And Mendoza. Bro, it's done. Victor Valdez, I mean, he said that he ain't got no prescription. It's over. It's over. There's nothing. Okay, so, yeah, like that was the worst interview that they could have did because you admit that you have something in your system. You say you don't know how it got in your system, and you admit you don't have a prescription, and then you backtrack on the tea. So you said it was herbal tea. Your team been saying it's herbal tea. Now you don't know how it got in your system. Bro, it's a bad thing. Go to the WBC's page, Suleiman's page, anything advertising this fight and put hashtag blackout. We here. I'm out. If y'all care about boxing, you would black out this fight and join us. Stand with us. Go to ESPN. If they start posting it, ESPN, you know, ringside and all that, let our voices be heard. If you stand for this, then that means you want to open the floodgate for cheating, and that's not something that I want in a fight as dangerous, a fight game and a sport as dangerous as boxing. It's that simple.